Hi guys. Okay, so you know what? Oh, that's actually just a reflection from the lens, from the tea light. See that? It's not a ghost, I promise. I got so excited about these new cards, you know? I felt just so deeply, madly in love with them that I decided to go ahead and do another video today. You'll probably see this in a week because I'm pretty busy uploading my schedule on the ASMR channel, but I'm having some Egyptian tea, I think, or Greek, I'm not sure. Either or. So I decided to do a 3-card by 3-card spread, so 3 cards in each pile and 3 piles in total for you to pick for the month of October. What's going to go on basically in October for you. So this is Blue Howlite, so card 1, Grain of Aventurine, card 2, and Kyanite, Blue Kyanite, card 3. So card 1, card 2, card 3. Whatever you're drawn to, pick and choose. I'll give you a moment. And whenever you're ready, I'll begin. Okay, let's begin. So I'm just gonna do this in one run, one-handed. I want you to actually see the cards, so I kind of personally like this style. I might actually keep doing it this way. But we see here all reverse. Wow. We see here the Ace of Cups, the Tower, and the Hanged Man. Well, guess what? This is good news for you because I like to do these 3: past, present, future. So what this represents for me is the worst is over. The shift from who you used to be happened or is happening now. You are no longer at the position where you feel as if the world is crumbling around you. Before, you were in a very tough situation where it felt as if nothing was going right. Everything was against you. You couldn't even make up your mind. You couldn't make decisions. And part of it wasn't your fault. Like, you just couldn't make decisions. You couldn't move on, move ahead. And it was bringing you down. It's like you were controlled, or you just couldn't make decisions. There's something you signed where you just could not make up your mind, or you just didn't have the rights to something because you signed an agreement and you maybe weren't aware. Right now, the good thing is you are at a place where you're no longer, well, basically hanging over your head, that thought. You just gave up and said, you know what? I choose not to focus on this past anymore. I'm going to choose to move on. I'm going to choose to make the most out of it. And these 2 cards are the perfect representation of that. The Tower and the Hanged Man in reverse. Couldn't be a better card to portray that. For me personally, what I'm feeling. Sometimes if the Tower and the Hangman are upright, sometimes those are bad messages too. It just depends how I feel. And these 2 cards typically have multiple meanings as well, so it's almost irrelevant if it's reverse or not, these major arcana cards. But this time I am sensing, you just know, you just feel it as soon as you pick them, that it's the proper change for you, that occurred, excuse me, the perfect time for you. You're no longer like these two. You right now are your own identity. This is so separate from you. It's like irrelevant. Like you just choose not to be in that emotional, poor me kind of place anymore. It's not your vibration. Sure, the story is there. We can connect them and associate them with each other, with one another. But you're just not there anymore. You're so powerfully made strong from this. You took the fall. You hung it over your head this whole time, and you're like, I've had enough. I choose to move on. So in the month of October, I'm seeing something where you just have a total transformation, if not already. I'm picking up so many energies of that you have already done this. You've done the work. You've put in the efforts. You've been through the worst of it. And this month is just you taking the reins. I take control of my life. I choose how things function. I choose how things work out. So what, I fell. Who cares? So what, I was hanging on by a thread. So what, I couldn't make up my own mind or have the rights to make a decision. I will make the most of this. I will make the best of this. And that is the message for October. You will get through this and be so powerful that this won't even matter anymore. It has no power and control over you because it made you better. Okay. So that was card 1. If you picked card 2, a grain of entry. Oops, this thing flipped over. It was like this, I believe. Good. It's a good message. It's my first time doing this, so it's a bit difficult to look at them in person and on the camera and make sure everything is in the shot. I am seeing very good news. You're no longer in that immature aspect. You're no longer this month going to be in that place where it's like you've moved on from your childish ways. This to me represents that you're no longer going to be taking chances and risks. You're going to choose something stable, like a stable job or stable position. And I'm certainly seeing the job because of these other 2 cards. And you used to have money problems. You used to have to work hard for your money, and you were so stressed by it. Oh my goodness. It was eating you up. It was eating you alive. And that's kind of why you were in that immature place. These 2 cards are perfectly representative of that. 2 of Wands and 5 of Swords. Sorry, I forgot to mention 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, 2 of Wands. So these are like, this card is representative of like, I'm going to jump from this because I can. Like, but look how far you have to go down. It's just immature. This immature, look, you're ignoring your peers here. You put all the swords down like, running from your worries or your problems. So you're no longer going to be in that place. You may still have some residual of that today, but in the month of October, this will shift and transform, and you will be a new grown person. And your money problems will be no more. They still kind of, they're telling me like, maybe still in this month, but like November, December, it's going to be better and onwards. Okay. do not stay in this mode, this childlike behavior. It's no good for you. You're going to lose friends. Things may not have worked out in your position, but they will now. You just had to give them time, and that's kind of what you maybe forgot about, and it's okay. You know, sometimes we forget. There's just too much in life sometimes, like, to remember all the lessons we learned. And but for a while you definitely were brought back in a place of like, yeah, it's not going my way, yeah, boo-hoo, like, but you're not going to be there anymore for long. I think sometimes we tend to get in a sassy attitude when we don't get everything our way, or get spoiled a little. You know, it comes from childhood, and I am seeing that you were raised with maybe a little entitlement. It's okay, you know. You're not alone. But you're going to learn that you're your own silver spoon here. You can feed yourself. You have the rights. Look at you. You're going to build yourself. You're going to grow. Look, from a child to a grown person. Definitely a lot of masculinity here, a lot of masculine energy. There's a lot of like physical work, working with the hands here. I am seeing physical manifestations coming into light. Not now, but they will come. This month is more for you to mentally transform into that mindset you used to be into now the total opposite. I mean, it's like a light switch on off, like a boy, a teen, and a person. So look at this, like just literally telling me like that transformation will occur. Not like physical in the sense, but I kind of am seeing for some of you, since it's a general reading. But yeah, you're going to choose to work out, you know, and your physical health will be of some importance for sure. It's just, it's more of that spiritual aspect of who you are going to become. You're not going to give up so easily anymore. You're not going to just put the what is this device called? Well, to make it easier and simple to understand, you're not just going to throw the swords down and say, I give up. No, I'm going to fight, you know? And I may not have much resources left to fight with, but it will work. Sometimes simplicity is better. Maybe you're taking on too much of a workload. You're handling too many situations at once. Let the others do the job, okay? All right. You're going to look at things differently, and it's going to work for you and make you more money, okay? Don't worry so much. All right. That's card number 2 and card number 3 if you picked the blue kyanite. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 3 of Wands. Okay, a lot of fiery energy today. Wow, even in my last readings. It's funny, a similar message coming in, huh? If you check out my last video, I picked this one, the Page of Wands. And it's kind of telling me the same message except for you. Like, I feel like the person you're around with may suddenly make you become that person, or you're still going to be dealing with this person if you check out my last video, you'll understand who that person is, in the month of October. Okay. Before, you looked at them with such glory and like you were honored to be with them and be a part of their clique and their group and whatever. They were taking you everywhere. And oh my God, you were like just obsessed over this person. You know, you're fantasized about them. I spilled some of my tea, I think, or just some evaporation there. Anyway, and after dealing with this person, you'll realize, ooh, they turned my whole world upside down. And they're not who I think they are. they're no longer this fiery, attractive. They may be a fire sign like Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. They're no longer this person I thought they were. No longer thought who they are, what I thought was meant to be. I'm getting my words mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer what I thought it to be. And that's okay. You know, sometimes we tend to see things from up here, from this platform. But you can't see in detail what's out there. You just get a summary of the landscape. But when you come closer, you see there's like lions and tigers there. It's dangerous. It's scary territory you entered. And it's okay. Those are harsh waters, you know, like you just simply made a summary and an assumption of who you thought they were. God made you realize you were wrong. And again, that's okay. Sometimes we need to be made aware. We need this awareness. So when we're with another person, we know what to anticipate. We know not to jump to conclusions. Notice he looks eager and ready to go exploring. You're like that adventurous kind of person. But they're also like mostly that kind of adventurous person who just doesn't want to stick with one person. And that's okay. That's their life decision. That's their choice. You have to just accept it. And when you accept it, you have this love in your heart renewed and you can move on. But they're not meant to be with you. They're already looking ahead in the month of October. They're already planning the breakup with you, or they're already planning new things and you don't even know it. You may not see it clearly now, but it's already, as you watch this, in the process of occurring. There's a shift here. So yeah, they're definitely young man kind of energy, masculine, but also partly feminine, kind of like they both go both ways, maybe fluid in their sexuality, but I am seeing like they're just not telling you some things, or they just have a passiveness with you, like they're like a wall. They rather like shield themselves and not, and you notice this right away. The first observation of them is you knew like they kind of have an air about them. They're like looking in their past, you know, they talk about their past a lot. Beautiful person. I mean, they're very handsome. They're very attractive, or whoever this person is, but they're shielding their heart with all they got because they've been so hurt and they were suffering. And you're witnessing suffering in human form. If you watch my last video, if you pick this card, you better watch my last video because this is the message for you for sure. This is clear as day. The one where I picked the Page of Wands. If you pick that card, the message is for you again, except for the month of October. You'll get to know what I'm talking about and that person, okay? All right, so, again, trepidation. Move onward cautiously because they're not going to be with you. It's just not going to work. But you work. You will be able to carry yourself on. It may be difficult to do so this month. But there's some new energies coming here, okay? Don't be afraid to move on. Don't think the world is over because of this one person. It's not. There's a shift now. The story is over. The storyline with this, like a soap opera with every different episode, something different. This is a new episode. In the beginning of the month, it's going to happen the first week, 9 days. I'm seeing the breakup. Things will end, you know. Your friendship may continue or end. There's some ending here with the person I'm seeing. You'll see who they really are and their intent the whole time, and that they wanted nothing with you the whole entire time. You'll be able to move on. You'll just kind of realize not to jump to conclusions or jump to another person right away. You're kind of going to pause, reflect. But part of you is still that adventurous spirit, and you're just going to end up finding someone else. But be careful who that is, okay? Be precautious. All right, that was your pick a card reading. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this format. And be sure to book your own reading on my website, tonybomboni.com/book-online. Under the fortune telling tab, I have 15-minute and 30-minute readings. I'd be glad to give you one, okay? These new cards, I'm so excited. Again, they're the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot Deck by Matt Hughes. Gorgeous cards. My favorite thus far. Gold foil and all. Very pretty. Bye, Universe Darlings. Be sure to subscribe and tap the bell if you want more of these videos.